Thought I'd do a little bit of a vlog today as a combination of things to talk about. It's a very nice day here in Georgia. We just got back from town. I'm going to talk a little bit about voter registration problem that I encountered. Not really a gripe session, but I didn't quite buy their story as to why they did what they did. Where to start? I've been a registered voter for 45, 50 years maybe. We moved to Spalding County in 1983. In 1984, I registered to vote here in Spalding County. Well, the last 2 or 3 presidential elections and national elections, I've voted faithfully without missing any. The first few years, there was some times when I was too busy working to go vote. Well, about, I don't know, it was either 2016 or 2020 that I went down to vote at our local voter registration place. And he said, "You can't vote. You've been took off the records. You was purged off of our records because you hadn't voted in a while." Whether I have voted in a while or not shouldn't make any difference as to whether I'm a registered voter. I pay my taxes every year, don't I? Anyway, I've been using this, well, I'll back up just a little bit. About, after I retired in 1983, I went 2 or 3 years around here without checking my driver's license. I drove faithfully to work every day on a railroad truck, drove big chauffeur's drive. I had a chauffeur's license to drive the big rig trucks too. And after I retired, I just forgot to check my license. So I drove around here a year and a half or 2 years with an expired driver's license. One day I was watching some guy get pulled over on TV. And I said, I better check my driver's license. His was expired. Sure enough, mine was over a year and a half expired. So I had to go to the driver's services and renew my driver's license. And when I did, they asked me, "Want to register to vote?" I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll register again." So I went ahead and I had to take the test all over. I lost my chauffeur's license. Just got a regular driver's license. I had to take the written test all over again. That was my own stupidity, but I'm not going to be driving any more big trucks anyway. I even lost my motorcycle license. That hurt a little bit because I might have wanted to go get another bike sometime. Anyway, ever since then I've been voting faithfully up until 2016 when I went down there and they told me that they had purged me off the records and I wasn't allowed to vote. I'm going to say 2016 or 2020. I don't remember which one it was now. I'm thinking it was 2016. Anyway, the other day I got this registration card in the mail. It said voter registration. It had my name and address right here in Griffin, Georgia. And the date on it was 1984. I said, wait a minute, I've got a voter registration card here, and I looked in my desk and found my voter registration card that I received here a few, 2 or 3 elections back. But it had a different account number, registration number, a voter registration number, whatever it was. Same address, same person, but they had a number assigned to me in 1984, and when they gave me a new license, the driver's license, when I renewed my driver's license, they put me down for voter registration. They put me down as a new voter, I guess. That's what the lady at the voting office said today, and that was her excuse. I said, why have I got 2 different registration numbers? Something funny going on here with the voting. I'm not two different people. Why do I have two different numbers? And they went back there and scratched their head and looked at the computer 15, 20, I don't know, I was in there 30 minutes at least. And that was the excuse they come in. You must have went to driver's services and they put you down for as being a new voter. I said, I can see how that might be possible, but the registration number is in your computer right there. I should be the same person. Something strange about giving people two different numbers to vote. I guess if they did that, somebody else could vote in your name. I said, I can't be the first person that's come in this voting registration office and ask you that question. So I kind of feel skeptical about the whole situation. You can bet that the voter registration people are going back and digging in their old records and finding all the voters that they kicked out of the system and sticking them back in there again. That's my only explanation is what it is. Tell me I must have got merged together, got both my numbers merged together now, but I don't buy that. They gave me two different numbers, that means they got me in the computer two different times. There's something funky going on with the Democrats or Republicans, whoever's running that voter registration office in Georgia. Anyway, that's enough of my griping about that. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Yesterday, I got out here and videoed my hummingbirds for, I don't know, I had my camera running a couple of hours out there. And I happened to be on the porch when the hummingbird came and drank out of the big one over there. So I knew I had him on film at least once. I sat there for an hour and a half last night scanning through all the video I made, and that was the only copy I could find of the hummingbird coming to the feeder. He came here and flew around and landed in the tree over here and looked at me like, what are you doing out here on the porch? So I figured I'd probably get him at the feeder eventually. So I'll show you in today's gripe session video a little 10 or 15 second clip of the hummingbird that I saw yesterday. What else did I want to talk about? Yesterday we met our daughter up in McDonough, Georgia, just 30 miles up the road. She had to come all the way from Marietta. We went from here to there and met her at a restaurant. And we had dinner with her and our youngest grandbaby. He was a character, pushing just a little high chair around the floor and having a good old time. We stopped to a Mexican restaurant, La Paria in McDonough. The food was okay, but I had fun playing around, teasing the baby and talking to him. It's kind of far to drive all the way to Marietta and see him on a regular basis. Then we went over to Target and did a little window shopping, walked and bought a few things in the Target store. Traffic is extremely rough out there here lately. There was something I was going to talk about in this vlog and I can't think what it is. I just got through feeding my birds out there. I guess I could set up my camera and see if I can catch some more hummingbird footage, but I don't think they've really got a swing on locating it yet. That one hummingbird did. He's probably building himself a nest around here somewhere. He flew off in that direction. We'll get some more hummingbirds moving into the area real soon, I'm sure. There goes a butterfly. They're out already. I've been seeing lots of bumblebees, these little carpenter bees that fly around, drilling holes in your house. So a lot of dragonflies out here buzzing around. I've been keeping my zinnias water out there, see if I can get them going. I got some pretty good sized zinnias coming out there right by the rock. They're volunteers from last year. I was late getting my seeds planted, but I think they're starting to sprout as they go. At least we got them volunteers coming up. Managed to get most of the grass cut the other day. Whatever it was I was going to talk about has completely eluded me. I'll think of it in a little while. If I do, maybe I'll break the camera back out. We got back from town today and went in there and Heated up some egg rolls in the air fryer. Store-bought egg rolls in the air fryer taste pretty tasty. I've been sitting here 10 minutes talking to y'all, ain't seen the first hummingbird. I don't guess there's no need to set up the camera. We'll go in there and work on my video, and I will include the footage I caught of the hummingbird yesterday. He was only there long enough to get himself a drink. There's tufted titmice or somebody eating on one of the suet feeders out there. Got a sparrow in the bird feeder. This year I've had a pretty good luck on video on my birds, but I haven't seen a large assortment of birds. Some of them just haven't showed up yet. But all the regulars are here, the sparrows and the chipping sparrows, and all the regulars are here, the chipping sparrows, the cardinals, the doves, the tufted titmice, the chickadees and the cardinals. I've seen a couple of mockingbirds. I saw a couple of robins around here. Lots of doves. I don't know if I've seen a blue jay this year or not, but they don't ever come to the feeder anyway. They must be worm eaters. I've got less than a week now before I go to get my CAT scan done to check me out and see if my cancer's spread or not. Whatever I find out is what I'll find out. I go on the 8th and pick up some kind of medicine you gotta drink to coat your insides, and then on the 9th, that's when I go in for the CAT scan. I guess they check you from one end to the other on that. I'm just curious, you know, when they put the metal rods in my hip when I broke, wouldn't that affect the CAT scan from the x-rays? And then had my colonoscopy here last year, so things ain't gonna quite look the same inside me as they used to. But we'll get the CAT scan done, and whatever, I'm hoping there won't be no problems at all. Whatever I come up with, I'll deal with it. I guess I could drag out the garden hose and squirt my zinnias and make sure they got a little drink. I want them to get started off good. That'll conclude my vlog today. I was going to gripe about something and it bugs me that I can't think what it was. Y'all take care and have a good weekend.